I'm Officer Roy Paz with the Tampa Police Department, and it's time for On the Road with Roy. Let's go! Hello, Tampa Bay, and welcome to another episode of On the Road with Roy. That's me. Hey, guys, we're at the McDonald's at 1520 West Kennedy Boulevard, and if you happen to be in the area, you got to stop by, okay? It's a great place here. I'll tell you this right now. They got one of the fastest drive-thrus ever. By the time you talk to them, you come through the drive-thru, they're there ready for you to pass on your food, okay? Great place. But guys, we got a real treat for you today. We are actually here with the Community Relations Director for Caspers Company. This is Dustin Portillo. Dun, da, 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 da.
Where is he? Where is he?
There he's right here. Hey, Dustin, welcome to
Hey,
On the Road with
thanks
Roy,
for
man.
having me.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's a shake.
Yeah. But we are really excited to have you here,
Thank you,
Dustin.
thank you.
And we're going to talk about our partnerships with the police department and the community because Caspers Company, oh my goodness, you guys really partner. You're a real partner to the community, that's for sure, okay? And,
we do a lot, that's for sure.
So we want to ask you some stuff about that. But first of all, we want to ask you about you, okay? That's how we do it on the Road with Roy.
Sure.
You know, because we like to know the person who we're talking to and things like that.
Right.
So, Dustin, can you tell us, I know a lot about you, okay? Because I did some research, and you are probably one of the most interesting people I've probably ever met, for real. I mean, you have a really interesting history, and can you just tell us about yourself and where you're from and stuff like that?
Sure.
First?
So just very, very briefly, born in Kansas City, Missouri, and to incredible parents. And at 4 years old, I told my parents I wanted to be a clown with Ringling Brothers Circus.
Wow.
I did that for 7 years. I signed my contract when I was 18, joined when I was 19, left when I was 26.
So time out. You worked for Ringling Brothers.
Ringling
as
Brothers,
a
Barnum
clown.
and Bailey. Yep, I was a clown, one of 12.
Wow.
One of 12 clowns. So they said it was harder to get in the NFL or to get on Ringling
Yeah.
than the NFL because NFL there's what 90 players a team.
Yeah.
Ringling Brothers there's 12 people.
That's amazing.
And so it was an incredible job.
Yeah.
Really was that really was the foundation for what I do now. So stayed there 7 years to the day.
Before we go on, though, you were really good at it, from what I understand. You know, Ringling Brothers has a history of 147 years.
Yeah.
And out of 147 years, you were the youngest person to be as a clown to be clown boss.
That is correct. At 21, I think I signed the contract to be manager of the clown. So manager meant that I was creating or helping create new material, helping auditions, brush-ups, basically the creative integrity. So whenever we came out of the rehearsals, whatever we had created had to maintain for 2 years, 1,000 shows. And if it's the 824th time that you're doing that act, you have to pretend as if it's the first time you are doing it.
Oh my
so
goodness.
the audience watching, if that's their first time seeing it,
Yeah.
this may be your 900th, but you have to act as if it's the first time that you've ever done the act.
That is so, I mean,
A lot of
to
work.
me, that's so interesting, okay? And what a history that Ringling Brothers had and also the clowns along with the show and stuff like so. That's just amazing.
Thank
You're a
you.
real celebrity. Big stuff here. So
Thank you.
I interrupted you, but
No problem.
you know, the name Portillo, though, are you from Tampa? You said you're from
No,
Kansas.
But
But how long have you
Kansas.
been here in Tampa now?
So I've been here, May of next year will be 8 years. I moved down here only for a 6-week contract to work at Busch Gardens to open up the new Pantopia part.
Wow.
It was a physical comedy show, and literally a week into that contract, I received a phone call from an unidentified number, and the gentleman was from McDonald's Corporation, and he said, "This is CW, and we want to fly you to Tampa to audition for Ronald McDonald."
Wow.
And a week later, I auditioned. Weirdly enough, I brought a couple of suitcases, and one of them was my clown stuff.
That is amazing.
And I auditioned at St. Peter Claver Elementary School right down in downtown. And the next day was offered a contract to be Ronald McDonald.
Wow. So that's just amazing. You were the Ronald McDonald.
With a capital T
Yeah.
H. No. I was Ronald McDonald in the Tampa Bay market.
Yeah.
And then
But you've been in parades. You've done some serious stuff as Ronald McDonald.
well, I don't want to boast. No, you know, one of my all-time favorite events as Ronald was the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That is amazing.
It was just the greatest feeling. Now, I'm portraying a character, right? So you're going down New York City and you're hearing everyone, 4 million people, Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, you got to be the most popular guy there besides Santa Claus.
I was the most popular. I took the makeup off, walked the streets, no one knew who I was.
Oh, that's
so
great.
I really had the best of both worlds. People knew me as Ronald. I could take it off and walk by you, and I just saw you as Ronald, and you had no idea who I was. So it was really the best of both worlds. I had the best celebrity-ism because celebrities, you know, they complain, oh, you know, people recognize me out in public. Well, I took it off, and no one knew who I was.
Now, I read something that you crashed on a scooter as Ronald.
Wow,
was it as Ronald McDonald?
You did do your history. Holy cow! Is he with the FBI?
Well, he's a real celebrity. I mean, if you Google his name, is all over the place. Okay, on the internet and everything. So I just read that and I thought that was so interesting. Did you do it as Ronald McDonald?
I crashed. It was actually a week after the Macy's parade. I was doing a Christmas parade in Sebring. It was really an out-of-body experience. You know, Macy's, you're in front of 4 million people. You go to Sebring and you're in front of like 200.
Oh, okay,
really an out-of-body experience. So really, you know, biggest parade, one of the smallest in Florida. And it was one of our very last ones. And I crashed. I flipped over the handlebars. And you know, the outfit for Ronald is very expensive, about $20,000. So my first thought was, oh my gosh, I've torn the pants, the wig's flown off.
Yeah.
I got up, I brushed myself off, I did some karate chops like I had meant to do it.
Exactly.
People were laughing, and I said, okay, we're good. Got back on the scooter and continued down the parade route.
Did it mess up the Ronald McDonald suit?
It did not damage anything. So that was my first.
That's a good way to play that off.
Right.
That is so interesting. And one other thing, you know, because I did my research on him, because this is a real celebrity here. You speak, I mean, you kind of understand a lot of different languages. It's Portuguese, Hungarian, Russian.
Hungarian.
And Spanish.
And Chinese.
Chinese.
You know, well, and this goes back to being on Ringling Brothers. You know, we had 17, 18 countries represented in every single show. So you became good friends with someone from China, someone from Russia, someone from Brazil.
Now you're fluent in sign language also.
You know what? I know the alphabet, you know, so I could say, hi, Roy, my name is Dustin.
That is very
now,
quick.
saying the alphabet backwards, that's hard. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIHDFEDCBA. And
that is CRAZY. That's crazy. That's awesome.
I learned that whenever I was in the 7th grade from our music teacher. No idea why it still stuck with me all these years, but it's just one of those weird, quirky things.
That's pretty neat. I think it's really cool. But hey, Dustin, you know I can spend the whole episode talking about you because you're such an interesting person. But you know, with Caspers though, you've been here with Caspers, and now you're the community relations director. And Caspers Company, they've been here for like since the '60s, right? I mean, they started their
1958.
Oh, 50s, 1958.
Come on, Roy.
Yeah, I know
What's
it. I know it.
going on?
But y'all's first store, Caspers Company first store was down on Dale Mabry.
It was. That was the first restaurant in Tampa Bay. March 7th of 1958, that particular restaurant opened up. It's literally diagonally across from Britton Plaza.
Right. I remember that McDonald's because they had the big golden arches.
Yeah, that's the original,
the old style.
Original style.
Like that.
I think now they're in their 3rd iteration of actual buildings. It's the same property, but they're in their 3rd building. So every couple of decades they knock down a restaurant and they rebuild it. Sure. You know, the one we're in, I'm not quite sure when this was, bulldozed.
It is definitely a newer style.
It is. And so it's just to keep modern and fresh and relevant. You know, relevant McDonald's, it started in 1955. So you have to think, how do we stay relevant? That's huge for us. Yeah. So, currently we have the new rewards program. The new chicken sandwich, because chicken wars is huge nowadays.
Sure.
So we're always trying to be ahead of the game, and leadership at corporate and even at the franchise level really does a terrific job with just trying to maintain relevancy.
Right, and I tell you, y'all don't maintain relevancy in the restaurant industry, but you guys are real, true partners in the community. I know for the police department, you guys have been great. Just for the episode of On the Road with Roy, I mean this sincerely. There's a lot of companies out there and stuff, and they do great things. But Caspers Company has really stepped up over all these years, and has helped the community out tremendously and stuff. And I know that you're probably out in the community quite a bit.
I am. I actually have to leave now. I'll see you later.
Wait,
no.
Not yet. We're not done yet.
You know, we do. So in the McDonald's world, you have what's called the three-legged stool. And that is every single leg holds up McDonald's. And you have the owner-operators or the franchises. You have the corporate people, our people, and you have the community. Now, in McDonald's world, it's the suppliers and vendors. Martin Brower, who delivers all of our product. From lighting into all these different vendors and suppliers, all of them help us be successful.
Yeah.
When we are successful, they are successful. Well, us in community relations at Caspers, we have our own three-legged stool. And that is, we give to law enforcement, we give to the military, and we give to education.
Wow. That's
So law enforcement, your first responder community.
Yeah.
Firefighter, paramedics, law enforcement. And so we do a lot for law enforcement. Just a couple weeks ago, we were over at Tampa General Hospital and we gave out 2,000 cookies to 1,000 healthcare workers during their shift change from 6 to 8 p.m. And we had Tampa Police and we had Tampa Fire there helping us pass those out. So we always try to figure out ways to collaborate with our community leaders out there, because whenever we're stronger in the community, everyone is really benefiting from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember as a kid, I grew up here in Tampa and I lived in Forest Hills. When I was a little guy, I must have been about 8 or 9, a hurricane came through and flooded the whole area. And one of the biggest things I remember is the Red Cross being there and handing out free McMuffins and stuff. And I ate as many of them as I possibly could. but it was just such a nice thing. And I know those all were donated and helping the community and stuff like that.
Right.
And the partnerships that you guys do, not just with law enforcement, military, but with the schools. You're involved heavily with the schools and stuff.
Hillsborough County Schools is our bread and butter. So we have a custom coupon program, and they're a little bit bigger than a dollar bill. And last year, we gave Hillsborough Schools 549,000 custom coupons. It could be for a Happy Meal, an ice cream cone, for the teachers, a small McCafe beverage, a whole list of items, equaling about $750,000 worth of food.
I was thinking, I said, even if it was just $1, that's $59,000 worth of stuff, but it's actually more than that.
Yeah, 549,000
$700
coupons. And so this year, with the school district, we are rolling out our digital coupon program. So we're really hoping to eliminate our printing cost. And now that money that we would have allocated for that can be used somewhere else.
Right.
And now the coupons can be sent to the parent's phone or email for their student on their character, citizenship, honor roll, attendance. It's
What
just
a great
easier
idea.
access for
Yeah,
it.
what
Easier
a great
access.
idea. Did you come up with that?
Well,
Really?
our community relations team
Yeah.
figured out how are we going to be relevant
Right.
in the 21st century in 2021 with the school district. How are we going to eliminate the cost of printing to allocate that towards something else?
Sure.
And we came up with this digital coupon. And one of our IT guys at Caspers, Joe Vlah, who is a guru, came up and helped us with the platform, and we rolled it out, and Hillsborough Schools is absolutely head over heels for it.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about that is here you are, you don't have to do that.
Sure.
You can spend money on your printing and all that stuff like that, but you guys are always thinking of ways on how to reallocate to help the community out.
That's
It's just amazing that a company this size and everything, and one of the reasons why I think, Dustin, that this company is family owned and operated, right?
3 generations.
Three
Yeah,
generations, and
yeah.
now you guys are coming into your 4th generation?
The 4th, actually, Blake Casper, who is our CEO, his daughter, Mackenzie, works at this restaurant part-time, and she's the 4th generation of Caspers since 1958. So it's a lot to be proud of. Actually, Caspers is one of the first franchises in the McDonald's system. Now, granted, corporate McDonald's opened in 1955. So 3 years later, Caspers Company
was there.
blossomed from that.
Wow,
So
that is just
a
awesome.
lot of history, especially in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We own 51 restaurants here, 9 in Jacksonville, and there's other different businesses that also represent the Casper brand.
Right.
But specifically, Caspers Company is your 60 McDonald's.
You said 51 stores?
51 stores.
Isn't that amazing? From one store here on Del Mabry to 51 stores throughout the Tampa Bay area. That's
It
pretty
is.
neat.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And so Blake and Rudy, who's our company president, everyone really is all in, and you really have to be. Whenever you have over 4,000 employees, you really need to be dialed in. They always are.
4,000 employees.
It's a lot.
That's
it's a lot.
huge.
And so internally, we're always talking about being dialed in. You have to be dialed in on your fast drive-through, dialed in on customer service, and so being dialed in on what our 4,000 people need from us.
Right. I'll tell you what, this McDonald's is dialed in when it comes to that drive-through. I can't stop thinking about it because every time I come through, it's so fast. I'm like, how do they do that? How do they do that? And,
in the McDonald's world, it's called OEPE, order end, present in. So whenever you pull up to the speaker, and that person says, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What would you like to eat?" or whatever they say, the timer starts.
Yeah.
Whenever they HBO, meaning hanging the bag out of the window, timer ends.
Wow.
So right now we are about 110 seconds.
Well, they ain't
Hey,
playing.
David.
They
How are you, sir?
And
This is actually one of our all-star crew members here. His
How you
name is
doing, man?
David.
What's your name?
I'm Roy Paz.
Hi, Roy.
We're on the road with Roy right now.
What's your name?
Jimmy over there. And so David cleans the lobby and does really a terrific job. And his mom is actually our receptionist at our corporate office.
Really?
Yeah. And so she used to work here as well, and really just an all-star team.
I tell you, what a neat thing.
Yeah.
And David, that's awesome. You enjoying yourself so far?
Yes, sir.
Great. Well,
Thanks.
nice meeting you, man.
Thank
Nice
you,
meeting
David.
you.
All right.
Nice seeing you, man.
All right.
A nice mask.
Bye.
All right. That is just awesome. And,
Yeah.
Good stuff. And I like that family owned and operated and everything also. And now, Dustin, during the program, I tell you, I think you really shed a light on Caspers Company and what you guys do for the community and also law enforcement and the military and everything. And we're really grateful. I mean it. I guess on behalf of the city of Tampa, I know the police department, we'd like to say thank you to you and Caspers Company for everything that you guys do for the community. It's just amazing. But I've got, at the end, we're going to wrap it up now, but at the end here, we always like to ask some good questions, and I see that you might have some answers for it. See if you'll have some answers for it. I know that you were actually Ronald McDonald for the area and everything, and that is a big deal, okay? A big deal. So I have some personal questions to ask you. You got to take yourself out of the Dustin mode and put yourself into Ronald McDonald mode, okay?
Hold on.
Ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
I recognize that face when you say ready, Ronald McDonald. So here we go. All right, Dustin. When you were Ronald McDonald, what was your house called? Okay, you had to have a certain name for a house. Ronald McDonald just doesn't stay in a regular house. What kind of house would Ronald McDonald stay in?
I think I have an answer.
What's that?
The McCrib.
The McCrib. That's it. That's awesome. Okay.
All right.
The McCrib. Ronald McDonald lives in the McCrib. Anyway, all right. And in law enforcement too, are very concerned about crime and things like that. Why would anybody ever want to steal from a McDonald's? I wouldn't know. However, it could happen. So what would Ronald McDonald call a person that stole from McDonald's? You may have had to deal with this as Ronald McDonald.
Never, but that's a good thought. Hamburglar?
A hamburglar. Yes, that's awesome.
Okay,
you did it again.
Okay, all right.
Man, let me tell you.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Okay. And this is the last question as Ronald McDonald. Okay. This one's an important one.
All right.
What do you get? Only Ronald McDonald would be able to answer this question, in my opinion. Okay. So, what would you get? What do you get when you cross a hamburger and a computer? What do you get when you cross a hamburger and a computer?
A Big Mac.
You got it, man. That's it. A Big Mac. Absolutely. Only Ronald McDonald could answer a question like that. Okay?
I'm actually hungry now, so thank you very much.
Exactly. Now, I got one question. This is totally off Ronald McDonald. This is going back to Dustin mode, okay? Because Ronald McDonald would probably be able to answer this. So, Dustin, since it's fall, okay, and this is just a fall joke, why did the Scarecrow get the award? Why did the Scarecrow get the award?
Why did the Scarecrow? See, I'm all for McDonald's, but this generic stuff is really throwing me off.
Okay, that's why I gave it to you, because I knew I got to throw you off a little bit. Why did the Scarecrow get the award?
I don't know.
Because he was outstanding in his field. Get it? He was outstanding in his field.
I get it.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. So anyway, well, Dustin, man, this has been a great interview. And again, I could spend this whole interview just interviewing you about you and stuff like that. But I'm so happy that you were able to highlight all the wonderful things that Caspers Company does for the community. 4,000 employees. Oh my goodness, that is amazing, you know, and hiring all these great people and stuff. And I like the three-legged concept, stool that you all use, that approach and everything. And I just can't say it enough, you know. And we're not here to advertise McDonald's. We're here really to showcase the partnership and all the good stuff that you guys do for the community. So I can't thank you enough. All right,
you, Roy.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And guys, we're going to be signing off now. So you got to tune in for the next episode of On the Road with Roy. Okay. So as they always say here at McDonald's, we'll see you next time.
Nope, we have never said that. Nope, sorry.